Let's discuss assumption agreements. You will come, hopefully not, but if you come to a situation like my friend did today, she called me. She's in real estate, and she had a similar situation like I did about a year and a half ago, uh, when potentially, you have to give away the properties, singular one or multiple ones, back to the bank or a private lender. In my case, we both had private lenders. She has a private lender as well. And well, when things change or for whatever reason financially you have to restructure everything and you have to give the properties back, assumption agreement seems to be a better option, better for both private lender and better for you as the borrower. So back in 2023, I had a bunch of properties, a few $1 million worth of properties, and well, the market shifted and everything just halted. You'll probably remember summer of 2023, everything went into a halt. So instead of going into foreclosure, a lengthy process that costs both private lender and you a lot of money and legal repercussions, obviously, you can do an assumption agreement. Assumption agreement is technically another purchase and sale agreement. You go into the closing, but you give your assets, the good ones and the bad ones, if you have any, back to the private lender. In my case, in 2023, I had a few $1 million worth of properties that were mostly rehab. A few of them weren't, and had a lot of the ones that were finished up. They had a lot of equity. So instead of going into like, well, I'm gonna pick the good ones, instead of fighting back and forth, we came to an agreement that I gave everything back to the private lender because he's an investor as well, and with a lot of equity, right? So you have to kind of bite the bullet and give it all back, the good and the bad. So hopefully he came out of it unscathed, and I got actually the better deal out of it because I didn't have to go into foreclosures because properties weren't selling. I was selling at the rock bottom, just enough to pay off the private lender plus the interest that was accrued at the time. I didn't owe any money on it. The agreements were actually that all the interest is paid at closing, which it was obvious after 2 3 months that the closings are not going to happen anytime soon. So the private lender took it back, was able probably to sell some and put tenants in them meanwhile, and get the better deal out of it than going to foreclosures and a year process and so on. I have no intent of holding anybody back, and I'm appreciative that I wasn't being treated the same. So assumption agreement is something that you can agree upon with private lender, give the properties back to them, and of course they have to have equity in it. I mean, that's just no private lender is going to be happy, no bank is going to be happy about taking back the properties that are not don't have an equity. That's pretty much it.